Hey guys, Flip Otaku, and today I'm reviewing my first manhwa. And for those of you who don't know, manhwa is Korean comics or Korean manga. The only difference between this and manga is that it reads left to right. That's the only difference. And we're talking about books upside down. Banya, the Explosive Delivery Man. Now, I'm a huge Dark Horse fan, so the way I heard about this was just, browsing Dark Horse's website. They went through a little phase where they published like a handful of manhwa titles, and this and Shaman Warrior were the two that I ended up picking up. I own about four manhwa titles, and I've enjoyed the majority of them. This is very hit or miss. So obviously, I want to start with the good. Kim Young-woo, who is the artist, I almost said mangaka. I don't know what the correct term for Korean manga or manhwa artist is, but he is a phenomenal artist. I would say he's up there with Mura. Just incredible detail on the monsters, detail on the background, detail on the characters. Even the like when you're reading like a shonen title and they have like just like a very quick panel to just kind of progress the story, and it's not very detailed. Even those panels, even those throwaway panels, are more detailed than your average shonen panels. So there's a lot of good things about the artwork here. A lot of phenomenal things about the artwork, actually. And I was loving it. I was like, the first about the first volume, I was like, man, this is, even with my grievances, I was like, man, this art is just pushing me along, and I was enjoying it. But as great of an artist as Kim Young-woo is, he's not a good storyteller. And I don't know if it's the story I don't know if it's the source material or if it's the translation, because they use things like poo-poo head, fart head, like they use very immature speech. And I'm a pretty immature person. I tell awful jokes all the time. But this kind of threw me out because, so let's talk about the story real quick. Banya is about Banya, Mai, and Kong, and they are delivery men and women. They're in this like desert land. They're the only post office in the desert outpost who has 100% delivery rate. They'll deliver anything to anyone for a price, and they even have a saying like, "Always fast, always secure, always precise," something like that. So the first 3.5 volumes are just like Monster of the Week style storytelling. You get introduced to a new faction of people. They have a problem. Banya, Mai, and Kong come in. They deliver the thing that they want, and then the story ends. And then you repeat. And I was kind of on board with that. Kind of on board. But then about halfway through volume 3, it gets super serious. And it's such a heavy contrast. It wasn't like a gradual thing. It was just like a boom, serious time. And it still uses that immature language to deal with a very serious story. And the story isn't anything unique. And I'm going to warn you guys, I'm going to spoil some of Banya. So if you guys care about Banya, it's about they're trying to awaken this elder dragon. There's this monk woman who's been in captivity for 1,000 years. See, there's a lot of cool world building. Like, why are these orc-like creatures waging war against humans? Why does this guy want to awaken the Dragon Lord, who's also the Lord of Destruction? But the only people who can do it is this monk who's been enslaved for 1,000 years. Like, the monk's fight scene was badass. That's the thing, is that the fight scenes are good. They could use a little choreograph, a little work on the panel structure, because the artwork is detailed and very, very, very good. But the way the panels are laid out, it's kind of messy, but the artwork makes up for that. If that makes sense, kind of like how Attack on Titan's paneling, I think, is very well made, and the artwork is kind of not there, but it makes up for it. You guys know what I'm trying to say? But Banya story goes from 0 to 100. You get no backstory to Banya, Mai, and Kong at all until the very end. And then Mai and Kong are just gone. They just leave the story. And Mai was like one of my favorite characters. And it just keeps throwing new characters at you that you're just supposed to like be like, okay, like this guy randomly joins their party, and he's a mixture of Guts and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, like a perfect mixture. His armor looks like a mixture of Guts and Cloud. He has blonde hair like Cloud. His sword is straight up Guts' sword from Berserk, like straight up, it's a ripoff. But the sword can talk too, and it doesn't go into that. The sword only likes human blood, so when it's killing monsters, it's like I'm gonna throw up, and it won't shut up, and it's just annoying. But when I got to Volume 4, the story and the writing was so poor that I had to force myself to finish this. And I have never had to do that before, ever. And you guys know me, I try to be as forgiving as possible when it comes to manga and manhwa and comics. I don't like to hate on things. I just don't. I don't like being negative as a person. I don't like being negative when it comes to the stuff that I love. And I love comics as an art form. This is my first review where I'm going to say I would not recommend picking it up. And only reason why I'm reviewing it is because I have it. It's on my shelf. I'm probably going to keep it on my shelf. I don't really see this selling. But the artwork is beautiful enough to keep. But overall, guys, I would recommend not picking up Banya. There is better manhwa out there. So, for instance, I own Banya, Shaman Warrior, Priest, and Rebirth. And out of those four, if you had to get one of them, I would hunt down Shaman Warrior. That's getting hard to find. That's also out of print. The volumes are kind of up there in price. But keep an eye on eBay. Keep an eye on prices, and eventually you'll find a good deal. Shaman Warrior is such a good story. And that's a series that I'm going to be reviewing here in the coming weeks. I just restarted reading Volume 1. And, man, that is a phenomenal manhwa. And it's probably my favorite out of the four. Priest is second. Priest is unfinished, though. And it's 16 volumes long. And you can probably find those volumes pretty cheaply, even though they are old Tokyo Pop volumes. But, yeah, this gets a pass for me. If you have the money, if you can find this for cheap, if you can find this like I did for like below $10, pick it up. It's definitely worth looking at the art. And actually, we're going to flip the camera around here in a second. We're going to take a look at that artwork. But yeah, guys, that's my review for Banya, the Explosive Delivery Man. I just was kind of left disappointed. The artwork is incredible. The writing, not so much. And like I said, it could be just a translation. This came out, I don't know what year this was published. Maybe 10 years ago, probably, I would say. First edition, September 2007. Yeah, so, over a decade ago. So maybe they were trying to cater towards a shonen audience. There's the themes it deals with and some of the stuff in it is a little too dark for shonen, but the language is very shonen-esque. So that's the only thing I can think of. Also, the volumes are really cool. They have like little postcards, and then the back is laid out like a envelope, like a little postcard. But let's flip the camera around, guys, and check out some of that beautiful artwork. Let's take a look at this artwork here. This is the front cover. I still got the sticker. I need to remove that. But as you can tell, the character designs are really well made. So let's flip it. This is the last volume. So if you care about spoilers, do not watch this part of the video. But again, so there's Maya and Kong. They're at the front page of this. They're not in this section. There's Cloud Guts right there. There he is. He looks like Vash the Stampede too, now that I'm thinking of it. But yeah, look at it. See, the bad guys look great. Character designs look great. That sword does get bigger, by the way. So if you're thinking, oh, that doesn't look like... Yeah, see? There's the... what's her name? I don't remember her name, but she is the monk. There's some more monster shots and background shots. And this part of the story could have really just have gone without half of the pages. It really could have been cut short. Man, look at that. The artwork is so good, and it's wasted on such a poor story. And weirdly enough, this is one of, from what I understand, manhwa isn't as popular in Korea as it is in Japan. So This is one of the top selling manga of all time over there. And it's very weird to me. There's Naked Boy, who is secretly the god of destruction. Oh my god, what? There he is in his dragon form, and then he just gets big. Look at that. But something that the series does at the very beginning is that when it introduces a monster or like a faction, they tell you like what their habitat is, like where they're from, what they eat, and stuff like that. It's very interesting at first, and then it kind of goes downhill. It feels very rushed. But yeah, if you want something fun, I guess pick it up. Like here's a review from David Welsh. Banya is an engaging ride. The art is note perfect, richly detailed, engaging. When the swords start swinging and the spears start flying, you know you're in very good hands. Yeah, the fight scenes are great. The art's great, but the story is not engaging at all. That's just my personal opinion. If you guys have read this, let me know. If you guys want to see more manga reviews, let me know. I will be doing Shaman Warrior and Priest for sure. And yeah, guys, that's been Flip Otaku out.